Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin here, and in this video I want to go over sort of my TBR for the first half of the month of August coming right up. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because the second half of the month of August I'm going to be participating in the History Challenge Readathon event, which obviously is a history-based nonfiction readathon, and I'm co-hosting it with 3 other really cool booktubers. I'll leave the link to my announcement video and all their announcement videos down below and stuff. Definitely check that out if it sounds like something you're interested in, or if you enjoy nonfiction and history. Definitely for sure check that out. It was a lot of fun last year. It'll be a lot of fun this year, and like I said, so this small TBR, I guess, is gonna just be like for the first couple of weeks of the month of August. Didn't put any history books in that, obviously, just because I'm gonna be loading up on history in the second half. So let's just go ahead and get started. First up, we have Jonathan Barnes's Aristotle, a very short introduction. I've been doing pretty good this year about reading about one a month or so. And I found like these are a pretty good way to kind of brush back up on my sort of philosophy reading. I used to read a lot of philosophy and do a lot of philosophy stuff in college and everything. But sort of after college, it just became like meh. But it was something I really do enjoy reading about and like kind of learning about and kind of incorporating sometimes into my life and whatever. So I'm finding this is kind of a good way to start brushing back up on it again, maybe. And Aristotle, out of like kind of the ancient Greek philosophers that we actually got like stuff out of, I definitely prefer Aristotle like to Plato, just because Aristotle has a really heavy like science bent to him. He's got a lot of nature zoology stuff. Granted, a lot of it's kind of like, kind of weird now, but anyways, really do enjoy Aristotle. Hoping these very short introductions can usually be either hit or miss. Sometimes I found with kind of the more biographical ones. So since there's not really a whole lot of biography on Aristotle that's come down to us like about his like personal life, I'm hoping a lot of it is just sort of like different interpretations and like ways to look at his philosophical writings and stuff. So there is that. Next up is going to be something kind of different, and it's A Beginner's Guide to Recognizing Trees of the Northeast by Mark Michaelis. And this is something of a field guide, though you're supposed to, I guess, read it kind of like through and like learn as you go, more so than like as a field guide and things. I have a whole bunch of field guide stuff here, and let me know if this is something anyone would be interested in me like kind of either like reviewing field guides or kind of like going through them and testing them out and seeing like how to use them, things like that. I did do like kind of like one test video a month or 2 ago where I was like kind of comparing different field guides on like identifying some like flowers and things. And I was kind of like on the fence about it. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, if this is something anyone would be interested in, let me know, because I kind of want to do the whole field guide thing. I think I need a little bit more practice, but it's something I actually kind of like want to do and stuff. So I might want to start like reviewing some field guides and like doing like how-tos and seeing like which ones are good and not good, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, this one was kind of interesting because, like I said, it's not really a field guide per se, but it's sort of an approachable, I don't even really know what you'd call it. Like I said, you sort of like read through it and like learn as you go. Not 100% sure, but it sounded really interesting, and I've had it for forever and ever. I think I started reading it like when I first got it like a year or 2 ago, but never like actually finished it because I started just like collecting a bunch of field guides. But anyways, we'll see how that one goes. Let me know if you want to see more of that kind of stuff. Next up, we have a book by Helen Scales. It's not going to be this one. This one, Spirals in Time, which does have a pretty awesome cover. But I'm actually going to be listening to the audiobook, The Brilliant Abyss. I'll put the cover right there, which also has a really nice cover there. I'm starting to get kind of like on an ocean sea kick, I guess, on like reading for like nature reads and stuff. And this, obviously, with The Brilliant Abyss, it's all going to be all about sort of, the really dark places of the oceans, really far down, obviously in like the paleoabyssal zone, pelagic abyssal zone or something. Anyways, below like a certain meter depth, you get into the technical like abyss and stuff. So I think it's gonna be all about like kind of like learning about the different kind of like geology and ecology and the animals that live down there. you know, kind of how that ecosystem like works and whatnot. So yeah, like I said, Helen Scales is an actual like research, like I know she's like a marine biologist researcher and stuff, so I'm hoping she puts kind of a lot of like kind of first-hand anecdotes and stuff like that in there. Looked really good, and there's like a whole slew of books kind of like on like, you know, really deep underwater topics, I guess, coming up. And I don't know, I might make that a thing where I could try to like read one a month for like the next couple of months, because I think there's like 3 or 4 just like on these like I said, the like bottom ocean trenches and like the seafloor stuff. Like, so got a bunch of stuff like that kind of in the same ballpark. Might pick some of those up and read them and see how they are. And then lastly, we have another book. It's Future Sea: How to Rescue and Protect the World's Ocean by Deborah Rowan Wright. And this is kind of all about, you know, I think just more about like legal ways and conservation ways of, you know, protecting the oceans and things like that. I've read parts of it already, and some of it, it's really good, I guess, mindsets and things to aspire to. I don't see how much of it is going to be literally achievable, I suppose. But like kind of learning the science and like, you know, kind of like the dangers of what we're doing to like the world's oceans and stuff. It's obviously like really important. And then just like I said, trying to, you know, fight the good fight and, you know, keep them at least like at a respectable level for like the generations coming behind us and things like that. So definitely we'll be finishing this book up for the month of August, hopefully. So there you have it. Those are going to be like the 4 books I want to finish before August 16th. After that, it's going to start shifting really heavily to history. I'll probably be doing my history challenge TBR in like a week or so. So that'll kind of fill out the rest of the month and stuff. Let me know down below what you're planning on reading in the month of August, or if you're planning on doing the history challenge. Be glad to hear all about that. Don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. It's the best way to support the channel. Also check out Twitter and Instagram, all that kind of cool stuff. And always remember, whatever you're reading in the month of August, read victoriously.